yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and use our things. Oh, should we get a buff before, see Priest Caspar? Maybe. I mean, he needs things to work in, you know? Alright, the final meal of the playthrough. Of this playthrough before, like, New Game Plus stuff. So I was thinking about maybe doing some of the New Game Plus bum rushing during Frag here if I'm feeling spicy. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see here. How about just, like... I'm not gonna be too concerned about the weapon durability loss stuff there. We can do, I don't know, warrior gauge thing where Bob fills much faster. Sure, let's do that. How about? And do it with people that I don't have, like, max affinity with and stuff. Like, sure. This sounds like a good idea. Have to head to bed. It's been fun. Have a good rest of the night. Alright, appreciate you stopping by and hanging out, Mythic. Hope you have an awesome rest of the night. And take care, friendo. Alright, we're cooking up a thingamabob. It's gonna be freaking amazing. It's gonna be great. I forgot that great was one of the ratings in this. I guess I quite literally predicted it. I think this is the first time that we've cooked this meal.
I love this.
I think it's the first time.
Very much. I can tell you were trying to make something that would appeal to a child. But I suppose that's okay once in a while.
Oh, sure. Sure then. Bam, sweet, that feels much faster. Let's just, like, focus on offensive stuff, especially if we're doing, like, co-op for the final battle, you know? Oh, heck yeah! New support conversation available. You love to see it. Alright, let's see here. So, yes. Oh, and it's B. So maybe we'll also get the opportunity to, you know, ham out some of these supports in that New Game Plus that I didn't get before. Especially ones like this where it's like, oh, not like that. But there's ones where it's like you missed your opportunity to. Oh, I guess I don't have any like that for my unit, but you know what I mean. But yeah, maybe Mithra to cook a meal. Yeah, that would probably make the characters like hate each other more, wouldn't they? You know, unless it's like the weird Zanza illusion version where it's great, you know. Whatnot. Disney used to have a policy of producing a limited time reprints before they go back to the vault. Ironically, Disney has made its legacy content much more accessible now, while Nintendo now follows the old Disney way of thinking. Oh then.
That should be everything in its place now.
And high time we took a break, if you ask me. Lugging all those boxes was hard work. Hey, why don't you join me for a meal? Might be nice to head into town for once.
I'm not that hungry just yet, though. Oh, I've got it. If you'd like, we could have a tea party. I have a cache of delicious treats we can eat as well.
Sure, I guess I could go for some tea. Where'd that idea come from, though?
Well, I received some sugar recently as a gift from one of the soldiers I mended back to health. I used it to bake the most wonderful confections. I'd love for you to try them.
Huh, that does sound good. And a little something sweet once in a while never hurt anyone.
Then we're settled. Give me just a moment, I'll get everything ready.
Whoa, these are incredible. I've never had anything quite like them before.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm particularly happy with how those turned out.
It does actually taste kind of familiar, though. Almost like the snack my mom used to make.
Really? You don't say.
Yeah. I was raised in this little village off in the mountains, absolutely surrounded by nature. Sometimes, Mom would go out and gather fruit from the trees, then bake things with them.
There's nothing better than a dessert made with fresh fruit. I love them myself. You can knead them into dough and bake them, or preserve them in honey so they can be enjoyed the whole year round.
My mom's stuff was never quite as fancy as the things you make, but they were special in their own way. And even though we didn't have them too often, just one hint of that flavor, and it's like I'm a kid again. Guess they were just that good.
It's wonderful you have that memory to look back on. I can tell the time you spent with your mother was very precious to you.
For sure, though I don't remember it too well anymore.
Can I ask you something? Do you ever wish you could return to the past? To those days with your mother?
Not really, no. Besides, even if I wanted to, it's just not possible.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Hey, what's wrong? Was it something I said?
Hmm? Oh, my apologies. I must have been daydreaming for a moment there. Here, try this one next. I made it specially to pair with the tea.
Sure. Thanks.
You know, that specific bee support seems very out of place as we prepare to approach, like, the final battle and stuff. Where there is another one, because it seems like these two were able to get their thingamabob. Okay, so they'll have maxed out support here. Will be the case.
Like this? No, it's more like that. Lysithia, it isn't often I find you in the kitchen. I could say the same. What are you doing here at this hour? Oh, I just wanted to bake some treats for everyone. To improve morale, right? In that case, I'll help. 4 hands are better than 2 and all that. That would be wonderful. If you could start by peeling this fruit and... Oh dear. What's wrong? These fruits have mostly spoiled. I was going to add them for the fragrance, but in this state... Well, it's not like we can go out and buy more, so we'll just have to leave them out. Just to take stock, what ingredients do we currently have on hand? Well, we have eggs, flour, sugar, and a very small amount of oil. Sounds like there's no good substitute for the fruit then. We'll have to get creative. Do you have something in mind? I do, actually. If we boil the sugar in a pot... Thank you, Lysithia. I think everyone will love them. And filling them with that sweet syrup you made was a marvelous idea. Yeah, it's one of my favorite go-to tricks. But still, I couldn't have done it without you. Really? I suppose I helped a little, but... I still dream about those rainbow cookies you made. Ever since I had them, I've spent all my free time researching how to be a better baker. That's actually where I got the idea to make that syrup. So you were more help than you thought. Oh, but you're always so busy training. Are you sure you're getting enough rest? Honestly, baking is a nice break. Plus, it's when I'm busy that I need sweets the most. Well, I'm glad you found your own way to relax. I still think exercising, studying magic, and daily training are important. But I realize taking break... Goodness, you really have changed.
I adjusted my hand and it brushed the A button. Whoops.
But I realize taking breaks every now and then improves my productivity too. Goodness, you really have changed. You seem more mature now, like a responsible young woman. I've always been mature, thank you very much. Well then, maybe you're simply wiser, like a wizened old grandmother. Not sure I'd call myself... You know what? Never mind. I'll take it as a compliment. Lysithia, would you like to have another tea party with me sometime? I'd love to try some of your baking for myself. Sure, I suppose we could do that. Maybe then you'll finally teach me how to make those cookies.
Yeah, it's kind of what you would expect in that one. And yeah, you would think that fruits and vegetables would be Lysithia's eternal enemy. One would think there. Okay, so maybe I'll just try using, like, some points here to build up, like, last little smidges of affinity here, essentially. Like, one of the ones I may as well try building up is... Where's Manuela at? There she is. There should be. There should be. Yeah, let's go ahead. Can I just skip these? I can. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Did I get the thing, though? Okay, I got him to B there, at least. I don't have a support conversation there, do I? They got up to A, but for some reason, it takes the time to notify me that I reached B with Gerald, but not that Gerald and Manuela reached A. I have no idea what determines in this game whether it says, like, so-and-so has reached the next level of support. I don't understand it, but let's see it.
And that concludes today's performance. Thank you so very much for coming.
That was a great show, Manuela. You really put a smile on this old man's face.
Not as extravagant as I would have liked, but I suppose it wasn't so bad, all in all.
But why put on an opera just for me?
It was actually your kid's idea.
Really? But how did...
I'm sorry, but after hearing that sad story about your wife, I just couldn't keep it to myself.
I see.
I didn't mean to spill everything, but you raised quite the listener. Also, I was drunk, so there's that. Honestly, I don't even remember the conversation. I'm just going off what I was told the next day.
Wait, you were so drunk you couldn't even remember?
Anyway, when I finally stumbled out into the light of day, your kid suggested we show you the opera that your late wife never got the chance to see.
Well, I'll be.
I know! It was such a noble, touching idea. It actually caught me a bit off guard. But I so wanted to try and fill that hole in your heart, even if only a little. So we turned the opera into a duet and practiced during whatever free time we could carve out.
Honestly, thanks for going along with it. I know you've probably got better things to do. I'm sure this opera put the original to shame. I'm grateful, and I'll probably be seeing my wife again soon, so I'll be sure to tell her all about it.
You're hardly in a position to judge, seeing as how you never saw the original. And you can stop that morbid talk anytime you like. You sound like a man on his deathbed, and I won't stand for it. You and that wunderkind of yours are going to survive this war and do your wife proud by living long and happy lives. Now promise me.
Sorry, but I can't do that. We're at war, and I lead a band of mercenaries. Tomorrow isn't something I'm entitled to. I made my peace with that a long time ago.
I admit there are some things out of your control, but I also know you'll do what you must to survive. So when this war is over, I want you to come see me perform again. And I mean on a proper stage with an orchestra. Why, even a tough fellow like yourself won't be able to hold back the tears. And after the show, you must let me try to seduce you again. Otherwise, I'll always be left wondering.
Just can't let it go, can you? I told you not to waste your time on this old man.
I don't care how old you are, or if you can't forget about your wife. Just promise me. I'll wrap your whole family up in my arms and give them more love than they know what to do with. But until then, I suppose I can settle for just being drinking buddies. You wouldn't let a poor woman drink alone after her star performance, would you?
I think she just tricked me into agreeing to that. Still, a man is only as good as his word. Sorry, Citri. Looks like you'll have to wait just a little bit longer for me.
Okay, yeah, that was definitely a cute support conversation there. So, hold on. What other things might we have left? Hold on, let's just see here. Because I think I can only do like one of each, person there. So, Shamir and I guess one of the Ashen Wolves here? Sure, and Happy, I guess? We can try that out. So, let's see here. So, boopity bop, and then like... Bam. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Yeah, let's burn through our points. So, yeah, dang it, just nice.
We all must do our fair
So let's see here. I keep pressing X to open the menu. My goodness gracious. Let's see here. So then... I took them to a volunteer thing already. But yeah. We just work conversation between Mel and alcohol one day. I wish. If only that were a recruitable character. I do genuinely wish. Happy is... Yeah, it's just Shamir there, which you got some progress on. I'll turn these off just to, show what I'm looking at here and whatnot. So let's see here. Constance and Lawrence? Sure. Sure. Make a little bit of progress on them. That's one that's probably only going to be done in, like, some future playthrough, though. Is a thing. Look, they're both hyped about this one. Oh, and we'll probably have Lawrence done with, like, my unit, though. Most likely. That'll probably be done. Great. Cool.
We all must do
Oh, but a support conversation is not available between my unit and Lawrence.
We all must do our
Sucks.
fair share.
sucks, man. I mean, how close is it? How close is it here? Anyway, like, let's see here. Oh, ah! Why, game? Why you do this to me? Well, I guess we're not getting that one before the end of the playthrough. Unless I go give him a gift. I guess that would work, right? Technically, I could do that. It sounds like things are happening over there. That's what it kind of sounds like. Okay, let's see here. For the other ones, Balthus and Shamir, but you know, Shamir already did a thing. Yuri and yeah, that's done there. Oh yeah, Leone and Linhardt. Oh, that was one that Linhardt still had. I could have done that in the freaking training grounds or something like that, but I didn't. He's hyped about organizing the documents, so I'll get him to do that. I went right past him there. And Leone. Yeah, hopefully this is a good one here. Hopefully. Oh man, too bad I'm allergic to being perfect. Oh, wonderful. Oh, cool. Yes. Cool. There we go. Yeah, and then all of Linhardt's support conversations will be done. Sweet. Awesome.
I can't believe Caspar foisted this on me. I don't even think Leone would have a use for it. But I suppose it couldn't hurt to ask. Hello, Leone. Are you meeting someone?
I'm meeting you. Per your request? Please don't tell me you forgot.
Ah, that's right. I have something to show you.
Wait, did you actually forget?
Oh, who can say? More importantly, take a look at this. I don't need it and was going to throw it out, but then I thought perhaps you might have a use for it.
Throw it out? What a waste! I'll definitely take it.
Truly? I suspected you might say that, but still...
You gotta use things that are usable after all.
Despite the fact that it's been written on so much that it now has utterly fulfilled the destiny of all paper?
There's still plenty of white space. And even if it was packed to the gills, it'd still make good kindling. In any case, if you don't need it, I'm happy to take it off your hands. Deal? Deal.
All yours.
Okay, now I gotta give you something in return. Let me see what I've got here. Well, looks like all I have is this dealie I picked up in the woods a couple days back. Thought it might make a good arrowhead, but it's too hard for me to flint knap properly.
That's a piece of an ancient relic. How did you even find such a thing? Yes, well, I will gladly take it. Incidentally, would you mind telling me where you picked it up?
Wow, you really want this, huh?
I do indeed, Leone. Why, this is a discovery worthy of canceling my afternoon nap.
Somehow I doubt that's gonna happen, but, well, I'm happy if you're happy.
And you have done me a service as well, by taking an unneeded item off my hands.
It's funny how stuff like this works out. One person's trash really is another person's treasure.
That is because you and I are what I would call a special pair.
Care to explain that?
One might say the things that matter to us are completely opposed. Even among all of our comrades, you'll not find a pair more... well, except for... oh, and then there's... you know what? We aren't so special after all.
You are a very strange man, Linhardt.
But special or not, our relationship is perfect for disposing of unwanted items. So let's keep it up.
Sure thing, buddy. Not that I have any idea what you're asking me for at this point.
Alright, neat support level B there. Alrighty. And it seems like on the thingamabob back there, yeah, you've moved your chair over here now. But on the thingamabob back there, we're on the big screen now, technically. As like one of the picture-in-picture things. Why is full cam going to this one? No, the, well,
Also, this
no,
blanket
this one. This. Look at that. Bam! Bottom right! Oh, okay. Good to show there when it's like that. My point, I have 3 points left here. Yeah, if I go to like full cam now. Look at that, we're the bottom right one. Whoa! Crazy. Anyway,
Just to give perspective on how old this blanket is, I got this on the last Frag before COVID.
oh jeez, so you've been using it for a while then.
Yeah, it's just
It's been serving you well in that case. Sounds like.
Yeah, the only bad part that's happening right now. Oh.
So, So it's like 10:30 p.m. right now over here. We're probably still gonna be up for like quite some time, but you know, he's just already up to like figuring out like sleeping situations, which it seems like is gonna involve my beanbag chair that I brought along and stuff. Is what it's kind of seeming like. I mean, I'm sure it'll be pretty comfy. I mean, it'll be weird, but it'll be comfy most likely.
When is your
But yeah,
friend coming tomorrow?
I don't know. He'll probably tell me sometime tomorrow. Probably sometime after he's done with work for the day. I guess we'll see.
Well, is he
We shall
bringing
see.
his own chair?
Yes, he is bringing his own chair.
Okay, then I can just sleep in late.
Yeah, he's probably not gonna be here like before getting up there. I mean, I'll probably be up first because as I found out from the test event, you know, sleeping in the car there, I'll get woken up by how warm it gets in there once it starts getting like a furnace with the sun's rays coming in. So like, I'm just, yeah, you know, I'm sure I'll sleep soundly and then you know, be woken up before you. That's what happened at the test event. So
I wonder if I can mesh these into like.
you're creating like a whole sleeping contraption over there. It seems like. But yeah, Billigo Steph, I've forked over the money to buy Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and that game you are allocated only a few support points per character, thereby locking most support character stations out of a given playthrough, because that makes the game more replayable in the long term. Weird. I've played like only the first few chapters into Path of Radiance. I've never, you know, gotten all the way through it before. I'm sure I will one day on the channel, but yeah, that's certainly something there.
Well, it's comfortable.
Well, that's good. It's good that that's all figured out there. This is one of the ones where I missed the opportunity. So Marianne Ignatz is one of the ones that I should try to build the affinity with here. Let's see here. So, so you can just pass out later.
Yep. Sit here,
Figure it out
play
now.
games, fall over. Hopefully, I'll do it right here.
Oh,
I
right there.
fall over like this, and I.
Just fall onto the little sleeping setup that you've created over there. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty prepared then, is what it does sound like. New support conversation available. Sweet. Alright, yeah, let's see here. So, whoops, wrong thingamabob there. So, is this max for them? It is. Cool, look at that.
Thank you for all of your help again today.
I was happy to do it.
Bring me more hay, Four Eyes? That's so rude. I'm sorry, Ignatz. I fear she's getting a bit too familiar with you now.
I'm just glad she's getting used to me. Although I probably could have done without that Four Eyes comment.
Ignatz, why have you continued helping me care for these Pegasi? Surely you have enough to paint your picture now, yet you continue fetching hay and mucking out stalls.
You're probably right. But this is for my dreams. You remember the painting you picked up before? Well, I created it to resemble the Pegasus I once rode with my mother when I was...
You rode a Pegasus with your
Whoops,
mother?
I pressed A too early again. Whoops, whatever. There was only one word left there.
Yes. I heard she was a Pegasus Knight a long time ago, and when I showed interest, she took me for a ride. The moment we took off, I got so scared I buried myself in her sleeve and missed the whole first part. But once I finally managed to pry open my eyes, the view was breathtaking. I saw the whole of Leicester spread out before me. It stirred something in my heart, and I wanted...
You wanted to become a painter?
I wanted to become a Pegasus Knight. But that was just one of my many silly childhood dreams. Plus, after we landed, my mother told me that Pegasi don't allow adult men to ride them. So that pretty much nipped my dream in the bud.
I see.
But while I may have been forced to give up that dream, I can be anything I want in my imagination. And by interacting with Pegasi like this, it's easier to imagine myself soaring through the sky.
You clearly still hold dear the desire to ride one. Even if we weren't speaking of it now, your passionate feelings resonate throughout your paintings.
What? You can sense my feelings?
Yes, I can easily tell how precious you consider Pegasi.
Oh, that's what you meant.
And if this one understands how you feel, then maybe, just maybe, she will permit you to ride her.
But isn't that impossible?
Normally, yes. But she's very used to you now, and honestly, I'd really like to see it. I would dearly love to see your dream finally come true.
Well, if you put it like that, I can't very well say no. Hello, Pegasus. Will you please deign to carry your new friend Four Eyes up into the sky? No, I take it back! I take it all back! I wanted to fly, but not like this!
Oh dear, I thought she'd let him climb on her back, not grab his clothing in her teeth. Goodness, I hope they don't rip. It would be a very long way down.
I can't enjoy the scenery like this! Marianne! Help me!
My goodness, the conviction in the voice of the voice actor for Ignatz there. Very well done, but poor guy. My oh my. Okay, let's see here. So I have 2 more points. Let's see. So, with said 2 more points, I think Lysithia's already done like a group thing, right? A volunteer thing. She can do one with Raphael otherwise. Or was she just the one that I brought to like cooking there? Let's see here. I wish they would gray out the ones here that I've done already. No, I can do it. I can do it then. So, Raphael kind of sucks at that one, so I'll choose a different one. Hopefully Lysithia doesn't suck at this one. Yeah, that's fine then. So I'll do that. Build up them support points and stuff, so that they like each other more. Nice.
All in the chat.
A few nerds.
We all must
Dang, I didn't get anything or blah for that. Oh, well. A few nerds there if you want to say hi. Let's just see here. I can move the microphone in some way if it's like easier. If you want to see the chat there. Little cousin for anyone who doesn't know already. So, yeah, I did a thing with Ignatz there. I think I did one with Lorenz. Yeah.
There's too many heroes.
I mean, I should just check who's left here. That's Fire Emblem in a nutshell. Because, like, Fire Emblem games normally are, you know, tactically moving your units around a battlefield turn-based. This is just the spin-off where it's, you know, fighting super fast-paced combat against a bazillion enemies at once.
Kill everyone.
Hi, Harmonia cousin.
I don't know the story. All I know is
You've got a high.
Alright.
Alright. Who's still here who needs, like, supports? Can Ash and Mercedes support each other? I guess so. I could always do that. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that in that case. So one of those two.
I don't have the best eyesight. I can't read the names from here.
Maybe I can read the names from here. Maybe if I move
Who's the
there.
person that said I?
Oh, because the mic? You want me?
No, I just can't see them. Like, I have terrible eyesight. I just can't see.
Well, maybe you should get glasses at some point. Be like me. Get, like, the glass. I think I have my glasses in here. I don't wear them as often as I probably should. I'm recommended to, even though it makes no difference from, like, here, it, you know, it's still recommended that I wear them for, like, the blue light filter and stuff. So if I want to go into, like, my turbo nerd mode, that's my turbo nerd mode.
Yeah, I don't
Glasses
know,
push up. You fell right into my trap.
I don't know if it's weird, but
yeah.
I can see the white on the black. I just can't see the purple. I can't read, like.
Oh. But yeah, we are gonna hop into some co-op. We are indeed. There's only the final boss left, so I'm just hamming out my last points here, and then it's the final boss, and that's the playthrough. And yeah, we'll do it in co-op for funsies. I have 1 point left.
Cool.
So let's see
I'll let
here.
you do that, and I'm going to.
Okie doke. Yeah, you've created like a whole freaking sleeping bag, beanbag chair contraption over there to sleep in tonight, whereas I'm gonna sleep in my car. Stuff is what I'm gonna do. Wait a minute.
You're going to become homeless for a night.
I mean, it's a pretty quaint car, at least.
Yeah, the car's actually big, and you're super tall, so like.
Yeah, you know, I can't fully spread out unless I put my feet between the seat because, you know, I'm 6'2", is the thing. So, there's that. But, what, sorry?
Are you the same height as Opa?
The same height as who?
My Opa.
I don't know, we're pretty close to the same height.
Because he's, I believe, 6. And I think Opa's 6'4". 6'3".
I'm not 6'3".
Yeah,
I'm either 6'1 or 6'2", so I just say 6'2".
I think Opa's 6'1 or 6'2" also.
Yeah, we're about the same height there.
How tall is Opa?
Yeah, we're probably the same height then. most likely. But yeah,
Probably just a few centimeters apart.
my biggest complaint with sleeping in the car at the test event was honestly just that it was like too hard beneath me. Well, there was a little bit of rain, but it didn't last too long. It was basically just, I had like a hard surface that I was sleeping on. I was on top of a sheet, but I brought like basically double the sheets this time. Like, one, to have more soft things to be on top of, and two, in case any of you guys like need an extra sheet or something like that, if any of you guys are cold. I have lots of blankets in my car now, essentially.
This thing's probably thick enough I can sleep on the floor.
I mean, it is a pretty solid sleeping bag, as I found out on my crusade, since when I didn't have a sleeping bag of my own.
Yeah, it's like the biggest sleeping bag.
I mean, it works for me. It works for me on my crusading trip. I just barely. Like, that sleeping bag went up to like here-ish for me on that trip. So I just like took off my jacket. I used my jacket for like my arms and stuff. Is what I did. That's what I did on that trip, essentially.
It goes like,
let's see here.
Like I know it goes like way over my head.
Yeah, for me it went up to like there-ish or something like that, but it worked well enough.
It's getting caught on that too. There.
But yeah, for this kind of environment, I'm sure it'll work great. Also, I'm gonna see the support here real quick.
There you are, Ash. I've been worried sick about you. You were white as a sheet during our training earlier, and I was concerned you had taken ill.
No, I'm sure that was all just in your head.
That's not your usual carefree smile.
I guess I can't hide anything from you, huh? Truth is, I turned my ankle during practice. Thankfully, it's all right, but, well, it reminded me of the time I saw a ghost when I was a little kid.
Wait, a proper ghost? Oh, what did it look like? Did it say anything? What was it wearing? Oh dear, I'm sorry. I let myself get carried away there. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
No, it's all right. I can't let myself live in fear of it forever. So on that day, my brother took sick with a fever, and I went into the mountains to look for medicinal herbs. As I was walking along some unstable ground, I saw a large figure in the fog.
And you're sure there wasn't anyone else on the mountain with you that day?
Yeah, I was definitely alone up there. Plus, when I tried saying hello, the figure didn't answer. I knew then and there it was a ghost, and in my hurry to escape, my foot slipped, and I turned my ankle.
Well, it's important to be careful about where you step.
Wait, that's your takeaway? The story doesn't scare you at all?
Not really. If I'm honest, I heard a similar tale some time back. A long time ago, a man on a pilgrimage saw a strange, shadowy figure deep in the Ogma Mountains. He panicked and began to scream, thinking it a ghost or some other manner of evil omen. But in truth...
Wait, so if it wasn't a ghost...
Whoops, I hit the thing too early, I got whack.
He panicked and began to scream, thinking it a ghost or some other manner of evil omen. But in truth, it was none of those things.
Wait, so if it wasn't a ghost, what was it?
It was his own shadow reflected in the mist.
What? Then maybe what I saw was...
I can't say for certain, but it may have simply been a trick of the light.
Oh gosh. I feel silly for being afraid of my own shadow for so many years.
It's quite understandable for you to mistake it for a ghost, especially since you hadn't heard the story about the shadowy figure.
Thanks, Mercedes. That makes me feel a lot better. Hey, but if you have time, you should listen to this guy's story.
Sorry, whose story?
This guy right here. Apparently he saw a real ghost a long time ago.
Ash? You are the only other person here.
What? Come on. He's standing right next... Huh?
You were alone when I found you.
Wait, so you never saw him? What does that mean? Was he,
Well, I guess that's an indeterminate way to leave that on. Yeah, I don't quite know either. Also, there was a really loud Marco Polo that was missed there while my microphone was muted during that there. Okay, so I'm just gonna really quickly check if there's anyone that I'm like right on the verge of maxing out affinity on.
Like AA.
Plot twist, Ash has another piece of armor inside. Imagine something like that. Like on the verge of getting A. So like Lauren's here, I'm gonna go give him something so he likes me more, and then I can get to A. So anyone else I'm on the verge of like maxing out? Nope, just Lauren's. Alright, time to go find Lauren's and give him something that he likes.
Where's Lawrence?
I don't know, let's check the list. He's over here apparently. So I'm gonna go give something to him. You want a thing? What is he like? He likes tea, red roses, art, worthy women, anything that befits the nobility. He's a Lawrence's whole character is he's very noble. He thinks very highly of the nobility. Ah, it's so great that he's so noble.
How do you get him a woman?
I don't think you do. I think it just says his likes, even if it doesn't pertain to stuff that you can give him.
This like copying just as filth.
Do I have tea or red roses? Wait, do I have a? I literally have a rose. He's gonna love that. Oh yeah, it's lovely. Oh, he loves it. So now that'll probably there we go, a new support conversation available. So now he's gonna talk to me for his final conversation about how noble he is and everything is so wonderful, so noble.
Well played.
Ah, there you are.
Here to complain again, Lawrence?
Do I look like a man who does nothing but complain? Simply preposterous.
Okay, then what do you want?
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have grown remarkably stronger as of late. I've poured all my effort, nay, my very blood, into these results. And do you know why that is?
To win the war, right?
That may be part of it, yes. But the impetus came from you throwing down the gauntlet.
I don't remember doing anything like that.
You surely could not have forgotten. Your words ring true in my ears even now. It was something like, if you don't want people running in to save you, then you just gotta get stronger than me.
That does sound like me.
And I believe I responded, the day my strength surpasses yours, my noble personage will save your commoner skin and restore the proper order to this world.
Did you?
Yes, I most certainly did. And now that day has finally come. I am a man of my word, after all. If I could only just rescue you from a perilous spot in battle, I will have truly fulfilled my vow.
So, that was a vow, huh?
Yes, one I whispered into the ears of the goddess herself. Yet you seem dead set on foiling my every opportunity to fulfill it. Somehow you never stumble, never falter on the battlefield. It's almost as if you're an army all on your own. And so, despite my every intention to rush in and rescue you, the opportunity never arises. Well, what do you plan to do about this?
Okay, see what you're doing right now? You're complaining again. But you've got it all wrong. The reason I don't run into trouble in battle isn't because I'm all-powerful or something. It's because I have reliable allies like you fighting alongside me. So you see, you've already fulfilled your vow.
What? Well, I must say I'm quite impressed with myself. It seems I've managed to save your life without even realizing it. Which means I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, have emerged victorious in our challenge.
Challenge? What challenge? All of this was your idea. I never agreed to any of it. And besides, I don't think you've actually accomplished anything yet. I mean, you don't really think you're stronger than me, do you?
Ah, throwing down another gauntlet. Very well then. How about a little sparring session, right here and now?
Bring it. But no complaining if you lose, all right?
There we go. Achieved support level A. So, yeah, baby! That's what we were waiting for! That's what it's all about. I'm sorry. So most of them are maxed out by the end of this playthrough. Whatever. So, did pretty good on that front. So, yeah.
Final boss time!
Lawrence is to you what Ferdinand is to Edelgard. Yeah, he's always there gonna be competing against us, I guess. Alright, so yeah. How many hours do I have in this playthrough now? Let's see here. It is about 102. About 102 hours.
Wait, go back to save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that one says 54 and that one says...
Because this is still the same playthrough, but I just saved in this slot, like, before some big thing happened. I don't even remember what it was anymore. Oh, it was before recruiting Byleth, because that's where you have the choice of whether to, like, try to recruit Byleth or try to kill Byleth.
Oh,
so I saved that.
You saved it just in case you want to...
So, if I reload that save, it'll be the battle right before you can try to kill Byleth.
So, and then on 4, you're probably going to do, like, the whole thing with killing Byleth.
Oh, there's more files.
Oh.
It goes up to...
You're probably going to kill Byleth?
Yeah, but I might just do a New Game Plus from this, is the thing. Because apparently there's, like, some things that you can only do in New Game Plus, so, like, I might just do this playthrough, and then, like, New Game Plus, put it on easy mode to bum rush through and go kill Byleth. Is what I might do.
Go murder her!
But yeah, let's see, you got 110, and you're only in Chapter 12. Still a little ways to go. It seems really easy to put a lot of hours into this game. I don't know if over 100 hours is exactly a speed run. I mean, I think one of the longest speed runs that exists out there is like 3 days long, something like that, for some game. I don't remember what it is.
It was
you know?
There was a 4-day long Minecraft speedrun.
For what category?
For being the Ender Dragon. He just
Wait,
played the game normally.
I mean, I guess that's a thing that you can do. You know, if only I would do something like Roller Coaster Tycoon World in one sitting, then I could just submit whatever time and be the only person who submitted a thing.
Like he built his own house. He
and just submitted it after like 4 days.
Yeah. and the guys who like watch that stuff and make sure it's real, they
had to sit there for 4 days to make sure it's valid. Do they for sure have to do that when it's not anywhere remotely close to like the other higher ones?
Yeah. You have to make sure it's valid, or else you can get banned from speedrun.com.
Even for ones like that. Well, for your favorite game, Bats and Kaitos, you would need a few days for 100% speedrun because one of the items only evolves after 400 hours? That's more than a few days. Is the case. Yeah, so literally all that's left is like the freaking final boss, I think. I'm fairly certain this is the final level. There will be like an intro cutscene, so yeah, as you can see, there was no like battles before, it's just the camp straight to the thing. So, like, you knew the story up to the point before where I was talking about how, like, we're waging this war to get rid of, like, nobility and the classist thingamabob, take over the continent and whatnot. Well, one of the big things that we're trying to get, like, do away with in this adventure is the Choich, and they're like rewriting history to what best suits them. And, yes, and I just say it in a funny way of Choich.
Destroy God.
And you know, they've kind of rewritten history a whole lot. They're very manipulative and whatnot. They're not like truly evil per se, but they're kind of messed up and stuff, so we're trying to get rid of them. Also, we technically can't destroy God in this because the closest thing that this game has to God is yes.
Yeah, but you can kill Byleth.
Yeah, I guess then. I guess yes, you can. But we're close. We're killing like the second best things. We're killing like freaking the god of this world. No, the god's kids, essentially. So, like, in this universe, if you have, like, green hair and green eyes, you're, like, related to that, like, dragon godly bloodline. So Byleth has that just for, like, having that godly being in her and whatnot. But the other ones, we had captured this main point right in the center of the map, Garrukmok Monastery. And while we've captured, like, most of the other world and the king is mostly defeated, the last bits of the church decides to, like, make a last-ditch effort to reclaim it. So we're going to do the final battle at this monastery that they're attacking.
And who's the final boss?
I don't know, probably Rhea, who's, like, the head honcho kiddo of the god of this world, and she can, like, become a dragon and stuff. So probably her. So the final boss is probably gonna be a big dragon. Probably.
Well, let's just freeze time with Byleth and go and just...
I mean, yeah. It's a thing that you can do. Still creeped out that there's an S support between Byleth and Rhea in 3 hours. Wait, there's an S support? I thought it just went up to A, was the thing. I guess maybe if you do like one of the routes where you save her, you can do that. I didn't even realize you could S support her in that. Yeah, in 3 houses there's S supports, which basically means you hook up with them at the end of the game. So I guess there's one where you can do that with Rhea, who's probably gonna be the final boss of this in this route. Yeah, so there'll be a cutscene before it and stuff. But yeah.
Save before this?
Well, yeah, it'll prompt me to save in a hot second. In defense of Garrukmok, I believe this is the final battle. Yes, let's go ahead and save, and we'll let the cutscene play out first.